Welcome everyone. I'm Paul Herman with CCLI, talking with Cody Carnes, worship leader, songwriter. Cody, it's good to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. It's good to be here.
First, I really want to talk to you and ask you about The Cross as the Final Word. Tell us about that song.
That song started for me on Good Friday of 2016.
Wow.
I didn't really plan on writing a song at the moment. I was just sitting down, reading the story of the crucifixion. I like to do that every Easter weekend, just read the story, and it comes to life in a new way every time. And so I was sitting down, but I was particularly heavy-hearted that day, just with some stuff that was going on in our family. Kerry's sister had lost a baby. We were pregnant with our son. And then also just stuff going on in the world, the terrorist attacks and the different just things that just were flaring up at the time, and just really created a lot of hopelessness and a lot of fear.
Yeah.
And I was sitting reading the story of the cross and just asking God, okay, I know that there's hope, obviously. Like, I know that that's what your word says, and I believe your word, and I trust you at your word, but I just don't see it right now. What do I do, you know? And as everybody's experienced those moments, and I'm sitting there with a heart full of fear, reading the story of the cross, and I just simply felt God say to me, the cross as the final word. And it just put me on the floor in a way of like, it settled all my fear in that moment, just the peace, like Jesus just calming the sea on the boat, you know, it just felt like that moment. And I just had this moment with God, and it just felt compelled. It felt like, it was like, you need to go to the piano and just figure something, get this out, you know, you need to share this moment that you had, this moment of hope with the church, really, you know. And so I stayed up till 3 that night, and it was actually my birthday, which was interesting.
Wow.
I have a recording of the first 30 minutes of me just trying to find the melody and all that, you know, and you can hear Kerry in the recording come in and give me a kiss on the cheek and say, happy birthday, you know, because it turned midnight.
Wow.
And so it was just a really special moment. And I ended up writing the bridge actually 6 weeks later, the B section of the song. And I just kind of let it marinate a little bit and let it sit. And the bridge came when I was just actually playing with my son, in just kind of a drop moment. I tried to write like 12 bridges, I think, and didn't really like any of them. So yeah, just a song that really spoke a lot of hope to me in a moment of fear.
Yeah. And that's the way God is.
Yeah.
And he takes those circumstances and timing of those circumstances and just does something timeless with it.
Yes,
you know? So,
absolutely.
Amazing.
Yes.
Let me ask you about another one, Heal Our Land.
Yes.
Talk to us about that one.
Heal Our Land was written with Brooke Lidgertwood and her husband Scott and Kerry, the two of us married couples writing songs together, which was really fun. And that really just came out. It's similar to the burden of what's happening in the world and just the different hopeless things that seem to be happening, and really just coming from a place of going back to the Word of God. And 2 Chronicles 7:14, you know, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, I'll hear from heaven and heal their land. And it was just this heart cry of really a prayer to see that happen on the earth, a prayer to like, I'm gonna humble myself and trust you, God, and I'm gonna honor you. And so it's very similar. We wrote that around the similar time, you know, just really what was going on in our heart at the time.
Wow. Yeah. Tell us about Let the Heavens Open, another song.
Let the Heavens Open was before Kerry and I were married. We actually wrote songs. We wrote a few songs together when we were just friends at church. And Let the Heavens Open was one of those songs. And it started just, we scheduled a day to write, and it was a song that we just wanted to talk about the presence of God. And really just wanted a song that you know, like many songs do, that welcomed God. And it's interesting to say, you know, we welcome you into this place, because God is omnipresent, you know. But I think there's something really special as a worshiper and as a person to say, I actually welcome you into my heart to do whatever you want to do. We actually do need to say that, you know? And so it was really just a song that said, God, have your way. God, we want your presence. We want all of heaven in this place. And that was interesting too. It's similar to the Cross is the Final Word. The bridge didn't really happen in the first day that we wrote it. It happened while I was driving in my car, you know, a month after or something, just a moment of the melody at least came that, and I just voice memoed it and texted to Kerry, you know. A lot of songs like that happen, so yeah, special.
Can you tell us the story of how you and Kerry came together?
Yeah, so we met at church.
Yeah.
We were both a part of Gateway Church in Dallas, which we love. We live in Nashville now here, but we really love Gateway. We're still family there. But we met. We were on the worship team together. We would get scheduled together. Really Planning Center is actually what caused us to meet. But we would get scheduled together, and she hired me to be in her band. About a year into knowing each other, she wanted someone that could just. She told me, I want someone that can come on and play acoustic and really help me lead. It was interesting because she had a whole year of conferences and things coming up that she felt like she wanted help, which was such an honor for me, just as really kind of a young kid at church, saying, yeah, I'd love to do that. And we became really kindred friends during that 2 years of touring. I moved to Arizona to be a pastor at a church plant, worship pastor at a church plant. We stayed friends. We wrote Let the Heavens Open during that time. And then, because of some mutual friends of ours really encouraging us to realize that we were perfect for each other. We were really good friends, but we had never really thought about that. And some good friends of ours helped us see it. And it was just, after that, really the Majestic recording. So her third record, Majestic, she invited me to come back and record on that. And it was shortly after that time that really we started dating, and it all just kind of happened. So yeah, it's a fun story, fun time.
Very cool. Any final thoughts for our worship leaders and worship teams in our churches out there?
Oh, just in everything that you do, honor Jesus. Honor Jesus. Let it be the thumb line. Let it be the main focus of everything that you do. It's what I challenge myself when I'm writing, when I'm leading, that I just always want to honor Jesus, and you can't lose when that's your focus. So.
Nice. Cody, thanks so much for sharing.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Take care.